It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the JT Show. JT Show! I'm your host, JT. Today is June 30th, the last day of June 2020. This is episode 37 of the JT Show. Now, I know we're not Studio A for my followers, and we're not in Studio B. This is just an outside shot. It's a beautiful day. I woke up this morning. I golfed 9 holes of the best subpar golf I've ever. It wasn't even subpar. It was the best mediocre golf I've ever played. So I chipped in 2 shots pretty far away. The first one's the intro video. That was for birdie on a par 3 at Hickory Hills, first par 3 on the Maze course. And then I had the drop. So my 6th shot to save bogey, I chipped it in from pretty far away as well. I didn't get that one on camera because I honestly didn't think I was going to chip that one in. So go shoot golf. Nice day. 84 degrees right now in Michigan. Feeling myself. So I thought I'd dress up a little bit, show off a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been vibing, I love these little John Lennon glasses. I'd like to say that for my 30th birthday, if you go over to my Instagram on JT of Jville, you can find it on Twitter too, JT of Jville, JTOFJVILLE. If you go to those places, you see that I'm in a suit. My hair was 2 inches longer. I got 2 inches taken out because work wasn't liking the mullet, and they realized that haircuts are open again, so they were like, you got to go get a haircut. I need a new job, okay? I'm going to say that right now. I need a job where I can do this more, produce, stream. I want to grow a beard. I want to grow a caveman beard. I'm really digging the stash right now. Just to be 100% honest, I'm digging it. A couple more weeks, it might start looking a little bit more professional than this, but, I like the stash. I'd like to grow even thicker, and then maybe go as, like, Officer Gordon for Halloween, possibly. That's far away. That's in October. But, we got done with golfing. Unfortunately, I shot a 48. I was having a great day, and I shot a snowman on the second par 5 on the Maze course. I had the drop, hit it over. It was bad. I ended up bogeying. I got a 5 on the last hole. I got a 48. Best golf of the year is a 43, so no big deal. But my dad, he came back. He's played mental games, but he was quite mad. Like the first 2 holes, I putted one time. I shot a par 4, so I shot a 4 on a par 4, and then I shot a 2. You saw that chip in on the par 3, so that's 6 in 2 holes, and then I shot a 5, 5, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, it got. I wish I could have brought it back a little bit, but I'm not a professional golfer. I'm using Jack Nicklaus Golden Bear irons. I'm using TaylorMade Afterburner driver. I'm using a TaylorMade White Smoke putter. I got a free a free sand wedge from Elizabeth's family's course, which, if I can remember, you've heard it on my previous podcast. Go watch Cut Week. We'll talk about that. We talked about golf in there. But, so I don't have, like, a $1,000 club set, but I do pretty well. I was listening to 2 Bears, 1 Cave. So here, I like to do this during my podcast. I like to do, like, cross media, so I got to record this. And then I got to send it to Bert. So what I got to do is I got to record this during my podcast, okay? And then I got to send this to Bert. How do I turn this camera around? I have no idea. Because it's pretty sunny outside. That's my main issue right now. Oh, yeah. Here, let me... I'm using Twitter video. Okay. So here we go. So, we're live. We're doing the podcast, episode 37 of the JT Show. We're talking about golf, and I was listening to 2 Bears, 1 Cave, and this is not the brand new episode, which, by the way, they were laughing at Kool-Aid, but this is the previous episode where Bert was talking about golf and how he hit 2 eagles. Bert, come to Michigan, dude. I'll golf you. I'll beat your ass, man. Let's go, Bert. Let's go. Taking bets, Tom. Come on. Go watch 2 Bears, 1 Cave. So what I like to do is like during a podcast, you know, I'll go over to my Twitter, which is JT of Jayville, and then I like to, do these cross forms of media. It's pretty tough sometimes, you know, because you're trying to focus. You're trying to focus on talking, keeping the podcast open, and you're also trying to cross-promote yourself. So when you're typing, sometimes you're like, oh, I can't spell and type at the same time. But we're almost done. All I got to do is find two bears. I don't think they have it. Unless it's two bears. No, they don't. I can't find it anyways. So, getting back to it. We'll go touch back on my 30th though. But I did a little Beatles tribute. You know, I talked about it the other day. I talked about it on my stream, which we're going to get to that too. We're going to get to my streams here in a minute. Beautiful day out. I just have to check the time, you know. But, you know, I wanted to do a little Beatles tribute. I love the Beatles. One of my favorite of all, one of my top 5 favorite bands of all time. Probably number 2. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to put them really close. I like System of a Down a lot. I grew up on them. There's a lot of groups that I grew up with. It's hard, you know, music's one of those things. But yeah, so I did a little tribute, so that's over there on my Instagram. I know I went full circle on that one, full circle. Another thing, we're going to touch on the DrDisrespect thing. I don't know, man. Nobody knows. I don't know. It's hard because, like, with the way that I think cancel culture works, they want you immediately on their side, and nobody knows what happens, and I don't know if there are any of those allegations that, you know, could it possibly be. You know, it was a very odd timing that Twitch started banning people who were abusing their platforms for abusing women, and then they really didn't say why DrDisrespect, why he's banned, for how long, we don't know. His last stream was very eerie, the way he ended it. You can check that out on YouTube. There's so much speculation, and I'm hoping, man, over the years, unless he's been some vile creature, he's one of my favorite streamers. I did start with some other streamers that I liked, but DrDisrespect, I really hope whatever happens isn't too serious. If the story comes out, and there are horrendous accusations and something crazy happens, then I'm gonna look like a scumbag for liking him. But I like DrDisrespect, so hopefully everything comes out for you. And then I also saw the cancel culture was coming out. They were coming for Stool Presidente, and I like his emergency press conference on it. The way that Stool Presidente handled the cancel culture. So here we go. I'm going to. I'll hit him up too, because, Dave's one of those guys that loves the attention. So you're getting a real, treat today, Let's see. I need to, turn it around. So live on the JT Show podcast, what I was just saying is I love how Stool Presidente handled the cancel culture. So go watch his emergency press conference on it. Seriously though, the way that he handled it, the way that he talked about it, and the way that he explained it, it was perfect on basically what's wrong with today's culture. So go check it out. Stool Presidente on Twitter, Barstool Sports President. So I'm definitely gonna send that to him. But yeah, I like the things that he said. So that it is what it is. If you don't like my show, just turn it off, man. Like Dave Chappelle said it best. I mentioned it before, but realistically, I'm not on NPR, where anybody can access me. I get 12 views on YouTube. The 20, I get 10 to 15 downloads for the podcast on all media. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, dude, Spotify got me 5 this week, for an episode, and I'm pumped. And the other day, I had 12 people in the first 10 hours view it, and I'm I'm going viral. I'm not, but I love this. Okay, but going to a more of a stream talk. Here we go. We're gonna transition. Mixer's shutting down, and I know that's old news. So I had to go back to Twitch, unless I get a capture card, and then you YouTube wants me, which I really doubt because I say fuck a lot. I mean, I look too damn good, you know. YouTube's gonna be like, too jealous, dude. Don't look at my nipples. Anyways, so I've opened up my stream back to Twitch. Pros and cons. I'm using my laptop while I play, so I can comment back to people. It's very easy to make moderators. You can't zoom in on your camera on Xbox, which kind of sucks. But maybe I'll build that gaming PC eventually. Maybe I'll get sponsored by the Bad Blue. They haven't ever hit me back up, but you always got to try. Basically. I have to put this folder on the keyboard. We're outside right now, so I'm basically trying to keep all the heat off my, PC and stuff. That's why I got the hat over the mouse. You got to think with your big brain right there. But so one of the first games that I came back with is the Spyro Remastered collection. They have different names. I can't think of what the names are right now. I think Spyro 3 is called Year of the Dragon. I don't know what the other two levels are called off the top of my head. Dragon's Tail, maybe. Haha, there's a double meaning in there. But I don't know right now. But, I'm putting that on. Last night I got a little frustrated. But I got through it. And by the way, if you don't ever watch Two Bears, go back, not this episode that was released yesterday, but the previous one. And Bert Kreischer, who's a grown man, he's 48 years old, coming up, and he says nightmare forever. For all those years, he's a grown-ass man, and he's been saying nightmare because he thought it was spelled M-E-R-E, not M-A-R-E. I hope that's right, unless I'm an idiot. But it's nightmare. And he was like, mayor? How do you not know what nightmare is? But no, getting back to my stream, I do want to stream. I was talking with Jeff last night, his US_war_ machine, just like you get. Oh man, dude, this looks beautiful, by the way. But just basically US war machine with 2 underscores between US and 1 underscore between US and war, and 1 underscore in between war and machine. So Jeff, he actually, I'm going to throw it on my Twitter before I start playing today. We're going to play some Call of Duty with Duckett. We're going to have a good time today. But before I start streaming, Jeff photoshopped me a awesome new logo. So definitely go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/JTofJville. I think that's how it works out. I had 3 or 4 followers at the most last night. That's pretty good for me. Like I said, you got to start at the bottom. Wait for comedy to open back up. I'm hoping, Post Malone was sponsored by Bud Light, so what I'm hoping for is Labatt Blue to sponsor me and then pay for my tour, and then I can go on the Labatt Blue Light Presents, then put like the really vibin', I think that might be my tour name, not my special name, but that would be my first tour. So that's like big brain, thinking right here too. But while I was talking, because you got to entertain when you're playing Twitch, I played for 3 hours last night. I played Spyro the Dragon, had a great time. While I was playing Spyro, the levels where you have to glide and hit certain objectives, this one was easier than the first one for sure. And beating it for the first time without looking it up, I basically was only 17 seconds off. Yeah, baby. Right now it's 12:46 Eastern time on the 30th, and you hear them sirens rolling through Jackson, gang, gang. Hopefully everyone's okay. But no, I've been really enjoying streaming. Jeff watched me. He was talking with me last night. Again, that's War Machine. So hopefully if I do get a capture card, then I can also play some of the Wii on it, so I can play some Crash Bandicoot Remastered. Because, man, I love those games. I was raised on them. There's like muscle memory. Like, I'm a cold agent, Like, I'm like the Russian guy who you're like, you walk up to him and you're like, mashed potatoes. And, like, as soon as you say mashed potatoes, he's like, I gotta go kill someone important. Like, he's a sleeper, That's like me when I'm playing Spyro, because I'm just like, oh, yeah, dude, you gotta remember that. I was 8 years old when Spyro the Dragon came out. It came out in 1998 for the PlayStation, and I played all 3 of them. My mom, those are games that I mowed the lawn, and my mom and dad would let me buy because it's a little dragon. I would also play all the Crash Bandicoots and Crash Team Racing. I also got that because I was on Xbox, and I had a few cold ones with the boys, and it was on sale, so I sent it. Sometimes you got to send it. While I was streaming, I came up with a lot of good ideas. Sometimes I had to pause it and write my jokes. Like I said, when I write my jokes, if inspiration comes to me, like it sucks sometimes when you're driving. So what I do is I just turn on the voice thing and I tell it to take a quick note. And sometimes you're saying things like, go to the doghouse on the left. I know that's not a joke, and it'll just Siri will record like rice and beans on Tuesday is $9.99, and so you have to like kind of remember what you said. So sometimes when I'm driving, my jokes get ruined because I can't just pull over on the side of the road and record it. But when I'm almost everywhere else in life and there's not something majorly important, I've done it in the supermarket. I basically stop what I'm doing and I just write that joke. So sometimes during the stream I had to pause and be like, sorry guys, like, I'm talking, I'm kind of reflecting ideas. So if you want to see like, some of the jokes that don't make it, sometimes I'm talking to you about a joke on my stream and I don't power through it because I'll be like, oh wait, let me stop so I can save this for a live audience and I'll write it down. And then sometimes I'll be like, that's pretty funny, but it's not so funny, so I'll talk about it. And once last night, I did that, and I actually created a way better joke about it. And then I kind of read it this morning, and I was like, that kind of sucks a little bit, so I'm definitely going to have to work on that. So that's why I like streaming. I wish I was a pro streamer. I wish I could wake up every day, shoot 9 holes, golf, go golf 9 holes, and then maybe do a little bit of chore, and then like 1 to 9, just do like an 8-hour stream for every day, Monday through Friday, and then get on with my boys after that. That'd be such an easy day. And then the days where I don't have to golf, start work a little early, start work at 10, Sign me, Twitch. Sign me, dog. Sign me for low now. Like, sign me for like a rookie contract, Twitch. But, it might happen. Probably won't. I'll probably be like 45. I'll probably still live in the same house that I do. People from school will be like, yeah, he never really made it, but it's not about the ego status either. But my long-term plan, I'll tell it to you guys. You guys have been with me for 37 episodes now. I'll tell you my long-term plan. Probably gonna move to Sacramento. Cuts there. I'll probably have to sell my house in Michigan, unfortunately. But if I can pay off a few more things, maybe if I get sponsored, though, I'm definitely going. But it'll be a couple more years. I'll probably be 32. I'll probably still be single because I'm ugly. I'm planning to move to San Antonio. Not San Antonio, fuck. To Sacramento. And then me and Cut, Cut, I don't know where Cut will be in life, but if he's there or not, I'm going to try to get a house to rent. Do stand-up out there. It could be New York City. I've got to check into getting in Chicago here and there because, I might start going to Chicago to do stand-up. Once it opens back up, but basically, like, comedy might not open up till next year, but my long-term plan eventually is I'm gonna have to move away from Michigan because they've got nice like little local clubs. I go to the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, which they probably don't like me very much. I've only been on there twice. There's a place in Lansing I haven't gone to, and I've been really trying to get into Grand Rapids. If I could be a regular at Grand Rapids, I would do it because I got boys that live in Grand Rapids, so I could just like crash there for the weekend or like go to Earl's for the weekend, But hopefully once everything starts opening back up, maybe somebody will be like, yeah, we'll give you some time, we'll give you a shot. All I'm asking for is a shot, And you got to start setting your goals, and I just keep thinking like, man, what a cool thing it would be if I got discovered. I went on Two Bears One Cave. I would want to go on Joe Rogan, Whiskey Ginger, Barstool, like just to go on those shows, like when you're small and Zero Blog 30, I think that's what it's called. Like just to like have a chance to go on those podcasts would be a fucking honor. I know there's more. Joe Rogan's the father of podcasting right now, but man, if you're on the Joe Rogan Experience, come with some good stories, man, because that's all I want to do. I just want to chat with Joe Rogan, So those are, you got to stay positive, okay? And that's what I'm just checking. I'm outside. I talk a little loud and trying to see if the neighbors are wondering what the heck that I'm doing. But I always think, like, I'm dreaming right now, right? I'm telling you my fucking dreams, When I'm sitting there and I'm zoning out and I'm thinking, man, like, I'll just be like laying on the couch and be like, how do I want my life to turn out, Like, what do I want to happen? Like Jim Carrey, he did something like this where he, wrote himself a check for $1 million. And if you listen to Nick Minarap, if you listen to the Cod Kid podcast, he does the same thing. He says he wants $1 million contract, and you go listen to it, see how it turns out. The Cape Kid podcast available on iTunes and for Apple Podcasts, and I don't know, wherever else he may do it. He's got it on his page. I took community college class with guy who plays professional basketball. I had a geography class with him, hooped with him. Probably the best hooper out of Jackson College now. It used to be a community college. Second best was probably Reggie. He grows snakes. He's got his own YouTube channel. So I have a lot of friends that they're starting their. I'm not saying that I'm not taking the credit for Nick because Nick came up with the idea by himself. But I hardly talk to him for a little bit because he's in Korea. He's in all these other places. I always be like, hey, let me get a jersey. So I'm gonna try to get a jersey this year because let me actually text him. Hit him up on. Let me hit him up on Instagram. But yeah, I'm trying to get a jersey this year because I think that'd be dope. But he's been playing professional basketball for a while. He's got a dope podcast, and I started mine, and he hit me up out of nowhere. He's like, "I've been thinking about doing that for a while to kind of explain my side of the story." So he started asking me a few basic questions. I know he had another friend that helped him out for sure, but it was kind of cool that he was like, "Hey, how'd you get this started, and how do you do it?" Okay. Anyways, so I hit him up for a jersey. So, if I ever get that jersey, I'll definitely wear it on the podcast. Speaking of jerseys, shirts, by the way, I took the photo for my shirt. Now I'm picking the website, so the design's down. I should be ordering that. Let's say today. I'm going to order it today. I promise I'll order it today. I'll do it as soon as I edit this video. So t-shirts will be ordered. I think I'm just going to get a shit ton of extra larges and a shit ton of larges. And if you're anything's beside, and maybe 15 mediums. But if you're gonna hear that dog bark. But hey, we're outside. What can you do? But if you're a small, you're just gonna have to wear a medium. And I'm just gonna go with larges and extra larges because I'm an extra large, and anybody can wear an extra large. So Prather's getting one, Miller, both Nikki, Frankie, Cut, Daddy Jesus, a.k.a. Jungle Jesus, a.k.a. Travi, they'll get one. Definitely Earl will get one. All my friends, Holcomb, Turtle, Joe, I'll give one to Bryson. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to hand them out, self-promotion, send them, and then I'm going to have a whole bunch extra. If you're my fan in Ireland, and if you're my fan in Sweden, hit me up, dude. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know, and I will send you a shirt. I'll pay for those two shipping and handling. I'll give you a free shirt, one free. So if you're those fans overseas, man, because every week I get one person from Ireland and I get one person from Sweden, and I'm like, what if they're just using a proxy server or whatever, and they're really in America, but they're saying they're in Sweden? Well, then I'm a fucking idiot. But I always kind of believe it, So maybe they are from Ireland because it's been every week for at least 10 episodes. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of one of those cool things. I have a small amount of fans. I'm not famous. Some other topics I'd like to cover. So, the ending of Cut Week happened. He flew back to Cali, had to drop him off. It was sad, I came home that day. He had plans in the afternoon once he arrived. When you're I had a good time with my boy, man. And then my boy came down and met my other boys, and we had a badass fire out here in the backyard at the JT Show outside studio. We had a great time, played some bags, and basically, after hanging out with your boy for a while that you haven't seen, he lives in California, and I have other friends too who are like, wow, did you guys actually hang out with each other? We're like, yeah, we plan to, and we're planning to go see Duckett and Frank and Guck in Florida, and then possibly a Sacramento trip. I don't know if Joe Rogan's going to be able to do stand-up, so who knows? But Ireland's planned for 2021. That's why I work a couple. Once I work a part-time job too, and that's basically all the money to save up for vacations and stuff. Because I'd rather work hard and then I take time off my part-time because who cares if I don't get paid, and then take time on my full-time. So that's why I'm hoping to get sponsored, and so there might be a special 4th of July broadcast because we're going to the lake house with Earl. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of people, but maybe I'll bring in just a whole bunch of people and we'll raffle it off, and then I'll come home Sunday and edit it because there won't be any internet. So we'll definitely have to wait to do that. I'm just seeing some dogs shaking their collars, so I was just looking for the puppers. Let's switch it over. Let's transition. I'll take a drink of water. Stay hydrated. By the way, this podcast isn't brought to you by Body Armor Sports Water, but what I like about it, it's pH 9 plus. I think I've mentioned this before. I met this guy at the California Coaches Conference of 2000, and I believe it was 16. And he works with Tom Brady. He's a throwing specialist. I think his name is Randy Savage. Sounds like a wrestler's name, like RKO. But he's a guy who knows about throwing, and he examines like quarterbacks' arms, and he'll get asked by Belichick like questions about Tom Brady's strength and if they'll make it. It was kind of a cool little thing. Like, look how terrible my hair is right now. Anyways, so I saw him talk for about an hour, and he's talked about hydration too. And the water inside of your body is not the same pH level as the water that you get at the stores. So I believe it's like plus 0.8 or 0.9, whatever the number is. Houston has limestone, I think it is. So don't quote me exactly, but you might be able to look this up. So because of that deposit of stone, it makes the pH level of the water the same pH level as your body. So you're getting what's known as a 1-to-1 hydration source. When you drink water that's not the same pH level, it's not a 1-to-1 hydration source. So when you get those drinks with electrolytes and stuff, that's how sometimes they hydrate you better than just regular water. That might be completely incorrect. I'm just the dumbest person you'll ever know for the Masters. So, but if you look it up and that's right, dude, hit me up on Twitter, JT of Jville. Hit me up on Instagram, whatever you want. Okay, we're at 27 minutes-ish right now. We'll probably be a little shorter than that. So transition, took my drink of water, got off on that little water tangent. So we're going to transition here. We're going to talk about anime. Now, so cut left. Oh, by the way, let me finish this story. I brought it all the way back around, okay? So, you hung out with your boy. I had a good time, man. Okay, we make time for each other. We're bros. Homies for life, dude. He's a good cat. Good style. He'll tell you like it is, dude. Never panders, dude. He'll be like, you're fucking dumb. Here's why you're wrong. Here's my opinion. And then you'll give your opinion back and be like, we butt heads a little bit, you don't agree on everything, and you have open discussions, and then we always drop it, sometimes I'll be like, no, you're fucking wrong, but I know you're not. I know, most of the time he's right and I'm wrong, but every now and then I'm like, I know this 100% for sure, and I'll just be like, I don't know. And sometimes we butt heads, but you always let it go because you're always bros. But sorry, but yeah. So when he left, it's a bromance, okay? I have a few bromances. When he left, I came home. I did all my choring, okay? I finally deposited bottles. I had 310 bottles I had to return for my birthday week. So I paid for my haircut. I got 2 inches taken off my hair. That was chore because there was 45 to 3 hour waits for haircuts, and I walked in Meijer, which I never thought I'd get a haircut at Meijer, but the line was non-existent. And the guy didn't exactly do what I wanted to, because I kind of wanted a Corey Matthews, Shawn Michaels, not Corey Matthews, but his brother, or the Shawn Michaels haircut. But he didn't mess it up, and he didn't cut it too short to where he had to adjust it to save it. And I'm digging the flow, man. I'm vibing, digging the stash right now. I want to grow a caveman beard. But anyways, I came home and I also mowed the lawn, and then I did the dishes, cleaned the kitchen, and it was 3 o'clock. It took a little afternoon snoozer, and I woke up, and he was gone. So I was just like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna play me some one-player video games, So I played some video games. I watched some anime, and what we did is we traded off animes, and I showed him the anime on Netflix. It's the Killer Bee anime. I've talked about it here before, and I butchered the name because I thought it was called Killer Bee, but it's the Netflix original anime about the main character called Killer Bee. I forget what the anime is called, but it's on Netflix. If you figure it out, hit me up, text me. But I showed him this anime, and I think he sort of liked it. Not really liked it though. I'm gonna keep telling you this story, and then I'll figure it out for sure. There's an easy way for me to figure it out right now. But so I showed him this, and he was like, he showed me an anime first. So he showed me Important Notice, and I didn't even read it. Hopefully it comes up again. Nope. Okay, let's see. Oh, Be the Beginning. That's what it's called. So he said, I kind of dig it, you know? And I almost wanted to show him Ghost in the Shell Complex, the standalone complex, but he said he didn't really, he enjoyed like newer styles of anime rather than the older stuff. I love the older stuff. Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Ghost in the Shell. There's like a ton of old school style anime that I love. I love that style. But, you know, he's not as much as a fan, so I didn't show him that. You know, still check it out if you can. I own the full box set season because it's one of my favorite things to watch. Good theme song and all that jazz. But he showed me Hunter x Hunter. Boy, I fucking love this anime right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want to say his name wrong. Gon is a 12-year-old boy. I know, this is weird. Killua is another 12-year-old boy, and they meet during the hunter's exam to become a pro hunter, which basically like means you can hunt pretty much anything, go to a lot of restricted areas. It's pretty much a license to kill. This kid's taking it at 12 years old. His daddy is the ultimate. He's the ultimate. Hey son, I'm going off for cigarettes. I'll be right back. More than Goku, because Goku at least talked to his kids from heaven. Hey, I'm dead. Sorry. Your dad's dead. The other kid, his dad's like, I don't even want to see you, okay? Like, realistically, like, go watch it. But there's, like, really good classic anime moments. Hisoka, I think his name is. He's the weirdest character. It's kind of perverted. It's a little weird. But, you know, I think it's hilarious. I love it. I'm on episode like 78 right now. There's 134 or 43 episodes, one of the two. I don't know the number off the top of my head. But each arc gets better than the last. And I like the character development. And here's like one of the things I like about it too. I like when you can break down people's characters. And the main character, Gon, has such a pure fucking like pureness to his anime character. And Killua's still got that mystery shroud around him, even though like it's hard to read him because he'll like throw himself off like he's a clueless kid to his enemies. His family's from this league of assassins. It's pretty fucking cool. They've got great main characters. I'm really hoping that the medic, you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. You know, he became a pro hunter, become a doctor, because being a pro hunter pays for all your education you need it, and it gives you lots of money. Like if you don't want to do it, you just sell the ID for like 7 times what it's worth, and you'll have like enough money for like 10 retirements. It works out something crazy like that. But he just wants to become a doctor, so he's using his hunter license to pay through school. And he comes back later on, and all the other characters have gotten like 10 more levels higher than he is, and he's just like, you know, fucking around. But then man, there's so much good. But the relationship between these, it's like you remember those young boy relationships that you have with your friends, you know, like you didn't think about the future, you know, money, you just every day you're just outside, you're playing, and that's what they're doing. They're basically becoming friends and going on this like crazy friendly adventure. And Gon, his character, the way that he like talks about it, it embarrasses Killua because Killua thought he would never ever have a friend because that's where he comes from. Spoilers, okay? But it's really awesome, and then everyone around it's like, holy fuck, dude, that's a great friendship, you know? I think this, I don't know how it ends, but this friendship has to be up there with Naruto and Sasuke. It has to be up there with Goku and Vegeta, because they're friends deep down, okay? It has to be up there with, what's another anime friendship? I should know this. Midoriya and Bakugo, okay? It's up there, you know? I'm an anime nerd, okay? I love all that shit. Well, by the way, go watch My Hero Academia. I've already seen season 4 in Japanese. I read subtitles. I like it. But I also wait till the English version comes out, the dubbed version, because I also like to hear the American voice actors as well. I like to compare the differences. That's some of the things that I like to do when I watch anime. Sometimes I'll watch it twice through just to see what's better. But the season finale is finally uploaded for season 4 in English, so I'm really excited because that episode in Japanese is badass. One of the ones I waited for a long time, One Punch Man. I also highly recommend that show. Just watch it in Japanese. If you can find it in English and just watch the whole thing in English, don't watch the Japanese because then it'll be like a debate in your head. Because I thought I liked the English better, but the last season of Japanese came out. The subtitles came out way sooner, and it took a long time for them to put the dubbed version on. But one of my favorite season finales of any anime, this is top 5, season 2 season finale of One Punch Man is awesome, way better than season 1 season finale. So I would highly recommend going to watch One Punch Man for sure. My Hero is a great one that I'm watching right now. I'm about to start either Demon Slayer. After I gotta finish Hunter X. I'm officially on like 911 or 12 right now of of One Piece. I love that show. It's fucking fantastic. Very good. No more spoilers for that, but I'm almost caught up. They just dropped new episodes. I was like, no, I was so close, I watched 900 episodes in 6 months in one day of time. I started December 23rd, and on June 23rd, and June 24th, I was at 906. So I'm super close. So once I catch up, then I can add another anime, and I'll probably be finished with Hunter X. So I'm probably going to watch Demon Slayer, and then that third one I might rewatch a classic. I might watch Trigun. If I can find the Lupins, I'll watch Lupin the Third. If not, if you've got suggestions, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up anywhere. Just let me know if you have another anime that you highly suggest. Because, if you like anime, you do. Let's see, what time we at? I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time. Oh, we're only at 37 minutes. So things I'm looking forward to in the future, for sure. I know I keep talking about Alaska. I saw my boy Villarreal, and Pepper, my main man Pepper, likes to call himself Daddy. I hope you guys watched that. That's an inside joke, but I saw them fishing on this beautiful lake in Alaska. I definitely want to jump in the lakes. He sees bear all the time. I want to see wild bear. I want to see him safely, not him walking, hiking in the jungle, and there's a bear. I want to see it driving in a car ways away. And then same with moose. And I want to see him. I'd see a moose not in a person unless it's charging. But I'm excited to see them. I told Katrina, aka Trip with the Beanie, to come on the podcast. She's like, "Oh, I can't be funny," but I just like, let me just introduce you. She'll kill. I promise. She's got the personality to kill. So hopefully she gets on it. But I love seeing my friends, dude. That's one of the best things about the people that you meet. Okay, I love visiting them. It's really cool. So right now, by the way, I'm going to take lots of photos in Alaska. So go to my Instagram, JTFJBill. So I'm at 220 pounds. I'm at a little chunkier than that today because I ate too much pizza last night. That's why I walked 9 holes of golf. That's why I went for a 3-mile run. And that's why July is going to be a 100-mile month for me for running. So my plan was to carbo load these last 3 days. So eat just a bunch of shit. Get a little chunkier. I'm 2 pounds heavy. I'm 222 right now. I'll probably weigh in tomorrow at 222. Probably. I'll drink a lot of water tonight. I'm going to go run 6 miles for the first 7 days, I think. So I'll be at 35 miles from week 1. And then the rest of the Oh, that's 42. Yeah. So the rest of the month, I only have to do 48 miles. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I want to look really good for all these photos. You know, I want to be able to take my shirt off and be like, "Look at me! I'm almost there." You know, I'm comfortable. I ran with my shirt off today. Some of the old ladies in Jackson were like, "No, they were." You know, your boys vibing, dude. Look at this. Look at this stash. Okay, look at you. Telling me that. Tell me right now you want to fuck a dude with a stash like this? Boy, that was vulgar. But I know it looks terrible. But I mean, come on, man. I'm having a good time. I'm like Portnoy when he wears his when he wears his leopard print. You know, he's got the open. He's got the chest hair. You know, Stool Presidente. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to Alaska. Duckett's sending us camping places for the Florida trip. If we do the Florida trip, I'm gonna put a webcam in the corner. I'm gonna put the mic in the middle, and we're all gonna conversate. Hopefully, get Guck, Duckett, Frankie, myself, all on the podcast. That'd be dope. Maybe play some euchre, talk shit, tell some stories. I'd really like to do that. Frank, if you're down for that, you let me know. Because if I could do like a week, like let's say like I take off, right? Like let's say I take off, right? My boy Cut said he's coming with me. Okay, so that's me and Cut. We know how to play euchre. Now, depending on where I'm at in life, if I have like let's say my podcast takes off, that'd be dope. Okay, that'd be so dope. But let's say my streaming takes off again, that'd be dope. Let's say I have enough followers where I can just do this and make money. You always got to think, dude, this is me telling you my fucking dreams again, okay? I'm a dreamer, baby. I'm a fucking dreamer. John Lennon said it the best. He said, I just want to be happy, and this makes me fucking happy, okay? So if I can do this professionally, that'd be dope. If I can do comedy professionally, that'd be dope. If I was ever in a movie with like Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell, that'd be so fucking dope. Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, Will Smith. Will Smith would be a fucking honor. I wouldn't deserve that at all. Tom Hanks would be super dope. If I was ever in a movie with like Orlando Bloom, any of those people, you know, like that'd be so dope. If I got into like a Lord of the Rings movie, I'd be like, get out of town, you know. But I'm just a guy who likes to live in the clouds, dude. Like sometimes it's not really depressed. I'm not depressed. Sometimes you're just like, oh, fuck, dude. I fucking hate working this shitty fucking job. But you just got to keep grinding every day. I can't just quit. I mean, people do quit and put everything on the line, but I've got too much on the line. So I've got to take care of a bit more financially, and then I can put it on the line. But I also have 2 dogs. If I didn't have 2 dogs, I'd be putting it on the line right now. I'd be living in a van down by the river. You know, and another thing, like, you know, I can't act very well, but what if I got on SNL? That would be mind-blowing, too. I feel like I do well on SNL. Hey, man, I'm your guy. I can be the guy who wears the shirt that's buttoned down too low. That's totally like an Adam Sandberg type character on Saturday Night Live. Hopefully, you know, someone tweet on Saturday Night Live. Maybe I'll record it. Someone let them know, hey, your boy's available. I got an Eagle Scout, got a Masters, got this shirt. What you talking about? You know, hit me up. See, I like to promote myself. I like to live in the fucking clouds, dude. Cause, come on, man. I gotta try. I do, you know, if it doesn't work out, and my plan B is pretty cool. I've got a master's degree in coaching and athletic administration, so I would probably have to quit the JT show. Maybe end that and do a football podcast as I coach high school football somewhere, and I work a job Monday through Friday, and I'm the local high school coach for varsity. You know, that's my plan B. That's a cool life. And then if I don't do football, man, I'd do great at basketball. I'd do better at basketball, but I want to do football. That'd be me. You know. And if that's my ordinary punch life ticket, I'll just coach football in the fall, save up money in the winter, Actually, I would probably go on vacation in the winter, so that's when I would go overseas. Maybe in the summer one year, but go down. That's when you travel. So you coach football, you go for a nice little vacation, you build up that team all summer. You're working hard, save up all that money because you're not doing anything except for breathing, eating, sleeping, football. Go through your season, boom, bam, you go back on vacation. That's still a dope life. Because like material possessions are cool, and that's why I haven't bought a whole lot of shit in a while. But man, if I would have I would have tried to change my life to a minimalist, but I'd still want a dog. I still love both my dogs. I love my cat Harrison Ford, but sometimes it's just like I wish my parents would. If my career ever took off, I know my parents would watch it. But it's one of those things where they're my responsibility. I'm not going to abandon my animals. That's selfish. That's why I like to stay single. I don't try very hard because I look like this, but no, it's because how can I put fucking somebody through that? Like, hey, I like you, I want to give you my attention, but like I want to go on the road for 2 months. Are you okay with that? Like that's selfish as fuck. So I always think about that when I meet a girl. She's like, "Hi, I'm Samantha," and I'm like, I couldn't do that to this beautiful lady. There's somebody that I never mind. I don't want to talk about that. Don't want to. Never. Anyways, let's skip over. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, dude, this is what I think about. Okay, I think about. Here's my big break. Okay. I always think about that. So hopefully one day, like, hey, you come back to episode 37 of the JT Show. And you're like, hey man, this is what he talked about. Hopefully 500 episodes later, like it'd be cool every day to go golf 9 holes, start do a podcast in the morning like every other day. So like you stream 4 days a week, you do your podcast 3 days a week, and then go on comedy tours on the weekend, and you're still like living a comfortable lifestyle. That would be what I would want to do for like my life. Act in movies, stream. I'm not a good actor. That's the thing. Like, I kind of want to go to acting school, like for college, but I feel like, I was Robin Hood in the Robin Hood play that I did in the 7th grade. I've got it on VHS, so maybe I'll convert it over to. I'll get a converter and then I'll throw it up on YouTube. I think that'd be pretty sick. So it'd be hilarious. Like, I did like acting in high school. I was in 2 plays, maybe 1. No, I can't remember. I don't know. Well, I was in 2 in middle school. I was the Emperor in The Emperor's New Clothes, and I was in the 7th. I was in the 8th grade playing. Eric Corey was my supporting actor. So for the first play, I was the king I was the Emperor in The Emperor's New Clothes. And so there's a scene where you go to your underwear. And I was in the 8th grade, and I was like, well, I don't want people to see my dick. So I wore spandex underneath my underwear. Because when I came out, because the clothes aren't visible, on the guy. And on the Emperor, and he's walking around town, and everyone's like, holy shit, I'm not telling this motherfucker he's naked, he'll kill me, So everyone's like, those look like the best clothes ever, And so he's thinking he's hot shit, but really he's not wearing nothing. So for my underpants, I ran around the high school auditorium in my SpongeBob SquarePants underwear. That's a true story, and people are like, you're the kid that ran around in the SpongeBob underwear, and I'm like, I'm in, I made it, that's me, baby. Dude, I hope you found that fucking funny, because I think that's hilarious, and that's how I'm going to end the podcast, okay? Look at this, dude. You got this Camelback 32-ounce bottle that I got from a BX, not a PX, for $9, because it was mismarked. And not a sponsor. But it's a beautiful day out here. I mean, like, this is my top deck, okay? I love this deck. It's great. But thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, JT of Jville. For Twitter, Instagram. Head on over to www.jtofjville.com. Hit me up. Those are all my links and stuff. I gotta put my Twitch back up there. My Twitch is twitch.tv/JT of Jville. There's a dot between Twitch and TV. I'll be streaming games today. Call of Duty. So hit me up, dude. Let me know. You'll see it for sure. But thanks for tuning into the JT Show. Deuces, I'm out. Captain's log. Butterflies, dude. This is an anime necklace. Deuces.